Good morning, I'm Lauren Hayes for the Finance News Network. I hope you had a lovely weekend. US equities were sharply higher in Friday trading, ending near best levels as major averages capped off another week of big gains. The market got a boost after the core personal consumption expenditures price index in September increased 0.5% from the previous month and 5.1% from a year ago. Still high, but mostly in line with expectations. This is the preferred gauge of inflation for the Federal Reserve. Investors have found hope in data that came out over the course of the week, indicating inflation may be easing, increasing optimism that the Fed Reserve could break from its trend of 75 basis point rate hikes after the November meeting. On Friday, the Dow Jones gained 2.6%, the S&P 500 nearly 2.5%, and the Nasdaq ended up about 2.9%. On a weekly basis, the major indexes made notable gains. It was the fourth positive week in a row for the Dow. The 30 stock index was up 5.7% last week and is on track for its best month since January 1976. The S&P 500 and the Nasdaq were up 3.9% and 2.2% respectively for last week. Amazon plunged 6.8% after the company posted weaker than expected quarterly revenue and issued disappointing fourth quarter sales guidance on Thursday. In contrast, Apple shares ended Friday up 7.5%. The tech giant reported weaker than anticipated iPhone revenue on Thursday, but beat Wall Street's estimates for quarterly earnings and revenue. The Apple result boosted sentiment across the tech sector. Apple this week predicted that foreign exchange impacts on its business would get even worse throughout the rest of the year, knocking an estimated 10% from its revenue in the next quarter. Across the market, the surge in the US dollar is set to wipe more than $10 billion from US corporate earnings in the third quarter, analysts estimate, piling pressure on companies that are already grappling with high prices and a gloomy domestic outlook. Goldman Sachs's index of companies that generate the majority of their revenues in the US fell by 15% in the first three quarters, compared with a 30% decline in its index of companies with a large international presence over the same period. Across the sectors, solid earnings beats from Chevron, ExxonMobil, and other companies outside of tech helped the sectors to have broad-based rallies. Only the consumer discretionary sector struggled, weighed down by Amazon shares. And on Friday, Twitter was delisted from the New York Stock Exchange, closing the book on Tesla's chief Elon Musk's $44 billion purchase of the company. On the currency front, one Australian dollar has weakened compared to the US dollar on Friday, buying 63.99 US cents. Now to commodities. Iron ore futures are pointing to a 3.4% fall. Gold lost 1.3%, silver fell 1.8%, copper lost 2.6%, and oil lost 1.3%. The SPI futures are pointing to a 1.4% gain. I'm Lauren Hayes. Have a great day.